Hey guys, Mantis here with the new VOD review. If you like what you see, please sub to the channel. It helps a lot, and then DM me for free coaching. Also, let's get right into it. Looking at your match history, the only thing I can say about you as a player from your OPGG, you need to find a proper secondary pick because right now your secondary pick is like Nefari, Lux, Orianna, Syndra. It differs every time. Nefari, Syndra, Nico, Maokai. So I suggest thinking about, okay, what champion do I really want to play for a secondary? And then we can also look, for example, Z99, one of the best Z players. I believe that he just dodges when he doesn't get Z, right? And he has so many accounts. I think he streams too, but either way, whether you don't find a secondary or you do, I think it's worth it. And then at some of these games. So in Emerald, the games get very cancer. You're gonna have lots of teammates that seem like they're really retarded, like 1-7, 1-9, 6-9. So nobody on your team was had a positive score this game. 3-7, 5-8, 3-14, 4-9. Only one person on your team had like so. It's very common to have these type of scores, these type of teammates. So it's important not to tilt and just keep playing your best game. And like in moments like this, really have to sit back, think about, am I the reason why we lost these games or not, right? So obviously you want to have a positive score in solo queue, so we can start with that. Okay, so with the overview, Jinx kills Vayne, Vayne, yeah, Hannah takes something. Looking at your first death, right? So your first death came at 12 minutes. And by then they're up by 1k. So this is like a game that you couldn't afford to die in, right? If you do die, who's gonna carry the game, right? It's not gonna be anyone on your team. It has to be you. And play at the next game. Oh, this matchup is unplayable for Darius. If you notice this matchup, Darius versus Vayne, it's an instant dodge. I'm dead serious because Vayne, her skill set versus Darius is unbelievable. Like if Darius pulls Vayne, Vayne will use condemn. When Vayne becomes level 6 and presses Q, it cancels Darius ultimate. So, so if you play the animation correctly, you can always dodge this guy's ultimate, and plus it's just terrible. It's terrible. And then yeah, just I don't know. That's a super tough matchup. It's unplayable for Darius. Yeah, I can see Darius just hard feeding the game. And your first death comes at 10 minutes, but by the time they're up by 3.8 already. So like this is like a probably like a doomed game. We just have to accept that some games gonna be like this, but we can't be feeding, can't be trolling, because there's a small chance of winning, right? This is probably a good one to watch too. This one seems like the only winnable one, you know. Really don't want to watch the middle one, and I think this one's a good one too. But I think there's a huge throw at 20. But I don't know. Let's just get into one. So while it's loading, please comment, and like on the video, please, if you can, please. Helps a lot with that. sync and then go to red view. Let's get started. Okay, I like your position. Just understand that this is unguarded now. This area as well, so it's like very, 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 very scary area here now. But sometimes Nunu's maybe like it was like supporter mid, they just start W and then they go here, right? The jungle you want to start Q. The moments like this, what I would do is I would uh I would try to maybe get avid like maybe drop a ward here, something like that. Just maybe think of a play that you can do while the enemies are occupied over here. Like of course it's dangerous to walk into these brushes, but I generally wouldn't be standing here, to be honest. If I'm playing mid lane, I'd go right here. I just feel like covering these two invades as a mid lane is, I guess. Covering the same entrance as two players is not very smart. That's the thing I'm trying to say. You're covering two entrances. I mean, two players are covering one entrance. Not I don't think that's very good. Just try to keep that in mind. You want to have all your entrances covered, and sometimes you as a player can even cover two entrances if played properly, right? So think about what they see, right? Think about what they see on the play that you just did, okay? See you, they see you, they see you, they see you, they see you drop the ward. If you're doing these telegraph plays at 1 minute into the game, you have to really consider how am I gonna get to the next level, right? How do I get to the next level, right? Well, the next level is being more deceptive in your movements, especially considering they just can see you, right? Now that you know that they have vision like this in the early game, you can adjust and make a difference. Maybe walk a different path, maybe ward differently. Like even though you messed up the ward, you still did a movement in which telegraphed the enemies, I'm dropping a ward. There's no other reason for you to move like that unless you're faking the ward, which is genius. If you fake the ward, then when Nunu comes through, he's gonna sweep and there's nothing gonna be there, right? But that's next level gameplay. That's like the next level gameplay, you know? Put it back on red. Nunu just shows top. Okay. So I'll look and say, okay, he only has red buff. I mean, he only has blue buff. And then he's gonna be roaming down for a gank on middle. 100%. That's his next move. Okay. I'm gonna be very cautious of that and make sure I don't stand in a aggressive position. And I'm gonna make sure I don't use my W because I'm gonna be using the W to escape the gank that's gonna come very soon. Freezing? No, he's not freezing, so I guess fine. But Nunu not ganking this is kind of strange to be honest. I thought he was gonna gank for sure. I think usually the Nunu ganks this. when you play like the way you played, I feel like I don't know, maybe Nunu's stupid. Obviously, you have to focus on making sure you play lane phase correctly, right? He was on cooldown. At moments like that, you just gotta kind of replay it and think to yourself, what could I have done differently here to make sure I get this cannon wave, right? And get this cannon. And just, replay a couple times, learn the situation, understand the next time I'm playing against Kale, it's gonna be like that, and just try to play accordingly, right? Too much about that play, you can always make adjustments to win those kind of trades. We don't see that in the in game, but we see Lee Sin roaming, and I like this idea of roaming as well. But you have to understand that how much gold are you gonna sacrifice for this roam, and if the roam works, you have to wait it out. You have to wait it out. What's worth more, this or that, right? So just be very cautious here. Because the reality of the situation is that I believe Lee Sin can take Nunu one on one, right? So you don't actually, in this matchup specifically, don't, and then with this size of the wave, you don't have to actually go right now. You can wait a little bit and try to thin out this wave and get this extra gold, right? And then if Lee Sin needs help, just go and then catch the KO out because he should be winning this 1v1 in theory, in my opinion. Lee Sin with the red buff versus Nunu with the blue buff, gonna be winning this. So, and KO when she's by herself, it's easy to kill, right? Or punish her. I think that's the better play here. Because like now it's like think about what they see, right? And like be more. This is a mistake that you make, right? Be more deceptive with your movements and utilize the fog of war for your success, right? You're playing too impatient. We know that Nunu's gonna be in this general area soon, but we don't know exactly where he is, right? So this is just a play where if you commonly make this error, you have to change it, right? Because like what Kale should have done is this. As soon as you reveal yourself, shove the wave in and then rotate. Because now you're losing this wave and she's gonna fight 2v2 here against you guys, right? Being level 4, you're level 3. And then also, if this play doesn't work out for you guys, you lose this wave, right? So you're done, right? Not done, but you're in trouble town, right? And if you do try to catch this wave, then Lee Sin dies to the 2v1. It seems like your bot lane rotated, which is really good. Be very cautious, like when this play doesn't work out, you lose so much. What a bubble, yo. Holy shit. Note that you're at 11 CS right now. Okay? So if that play doesn't work out, you're in trouble town, right? So be very cautious about those plays. Try to think about them a little bit more. Very tough spot for sure. I think you moved a little bit too early and then you revealed yourself at a wrong moment. Good, good. Nothing to say about this. Good, good, good. Wait, get to play. Fine. Usually we play for plates, but I guess we don't. Maybe you can ask the support to stay. That's a big wave, right? But he's pretty low. It's just like it's such an easy plate to get with this big wave, but we don't even consider it, right? So this needs to be taken into consideration, the wave. I mean, not the wave, the plate, right? So if it's only like two or three, four autos, okay, maybe we can actually get this with the cannon here. But of course, Yasuo can zip zap zoop and kill us, right? But it's like something to take into consideration. This guy dying here is just okay. So like now we understand it's like okay, this is gonna be a tough game because it's very winnable. But Lee Sin falls off. Gwen is losing. Kalista's a retard, and we're in carry mode. We gotta go carry mode, right? Like every decision here from now on is like super important. You can't be fucking around. When you roam this much, I would actually advise you because you're always looking, right, to find the right roam. So advise you get a red trinket, right? So the reason why you get a red trinket is because while you're walking in the river like this, you can potentially scout out if they have wards or not, right? So in this case, the only ward is up here, but sometimes the ward is right here, sometimes the ward's right here, right? And when they see you roaming up in higher ELO, these guys will back off easier, and or even try to bait your time and then back off. Here you reveal yourself. Remember, you have to be more deceptive with your movements, right? Maybe consider going a different path, or maybe W over in the wall. I'm not. Maybe W is not a good idea, but you have to be a little bit more deceptive, in my opinion. You not being level 6 here is very. Wait for the wave. Yeah, okay. You got champion mastery, so that's good. He's 7 and you're 5. So this is the thing about roaming. That first roam that you made on that big wave is kind of kicking in now, where it's like she got the EXP and you didn't, right? So now she's 7 and you're 5. But she's not even punishing you at all, right? She's just kind of farming and backing out. Okay, there you go. She's finally hitting the turret. They died again. Game's getting very, very tough. It's like you can't throw. You just can't. And you have to trust your allies to play to win. If someone's flaming, you have to mute them, and then don't full mute. Because I've noticed that whenever I've full muted, someone on my team becomes monkey mode, like instantaneously. They just start running it down. I think it's like full mute is like a red. It's like a go sign for some players, right? So don't do the full mute. Just do this mute Kalista, whatever, right? Gwen's not doing that bad, but I think she's get ganked a little bit, right? This is it right here. This is the throw part. This is like the moment in the game in which we need to win. We need to make the play to win, right? It's like I think I'm try to learn the matchup, right? A little bit more. I feel like you're just shoving waves and roaming a lot because you're trying to avoid the matchup, kinda. There were plays on the map, but like a spot like this, being a little bit more patient, right? And like let the wave come in, crash, and then when she plays for the plate, just hit her in the face, right? By doing it like this, you're giving her so much more opportunity to dodge, and when she does dodge, she has a free avenue to hit the plate, right? And that now she's chunked just a little bit more. The gank is coming. Think about how we can make this happen, right? Okay. I think that's the error, right? You just didn't commit to the all in. Right here. You just have to like fully commit to this. Your heart wasn't in it, man. I feel like usually you hit these, yo, to be honest. I feel like usually you hit these and you're in melee range already, yo. Kind of just like you're waiting for Lee Sin to make the play. I'm not sure. This is a spot like everything that builds up to this spot. This is the spot that you have to come out ahead, right? This is the most important part. Maybe even look at it in your own client. Look at or just try to remember like what happened, like what was going on in this spot. Like were you fully focused? Was everyone on your team like were they flaming? Were they distracting you? Like, why did we miss like one of the most easiest combos at the most crucial moment in the game? And on top of it, we just fumble, right? That right there, that's the spot. Gotta get that kill. You gotta make it happen. Just think about everything and try to review the play a couple times, see where you messed up. But in a game like this, when you have inting player, so bad player, and then top lane losing, and then jungle is the fault. Jungle scales off. It's it's your duty to carry, right? You gotta carry it, right? But these games don't happen that often, right? Like these hard ass games to win because someone's like playing so stupid, or two people are playing so stupid. Like this is the easiest game to win. Just play back and farm under your turret. Like how do you keep dying to ganks? But it's happening, right? So we gotta play around that. Yeah, I'd suggest like looking how other Zeds play this. I don't like the way you play lane phase to be honest, but maybe I'm wrong, right? Search, right? Kale. Zed versus Kale, what is this? When's the most recent one? These are all so old, yo. 1 year ago, 2 years ago. But just try to find a playlist, right? If you try to not playlist like a video of like a pro player playing it, right? Like it's out there, right? And you just have to try to learn how to do it. Like the builds might be outdated, but like the way you generally play the lane phase is probably the same, right? Okay, this should be free, right? Yeah, I don't know about that W, but if that's the proper W, that's the proper W, right? I don't know about that W to be honest. Ahead here a little bit. At the plate. So here again, it's your movement is so telegraphed that the enemies are literally pinging you. Ping, 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 ping. You make it too obvious, right? And like if this is something that you do constantly, this is not that good, right? It's not good play. They're Yasuo's reacting to you because he knows that you're coming, right? You're making this team fight easier for the enemies by the way you play. Yeah, at this point, I just fucking. Oh man, we just had to play perfectly, right? This is the game. It's a winnable game, right? We're behind on CS big time, right? And this is an issue. It's a pretty big issue too. Being down 33 CS, this is a big issue, right? And then fighting when you have 1K gold, that's not the move either. We just got too greedy. At least I like that. I like that you back. You're a little bit tilted. We don't take free damage. That's a cheap trick that low diamond players do, right? They think they wait, they see you, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna wait then. Fuck that. Look how he's playing, right? It's a cheap trick that they do. They just wait, and then you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, she's fully gone for sure. So I'm gonna just clear the wave with all my abilities, and boom, she comes out of nowhere and she tries to get you, right? So like, watch out for that move. It's a cheap trick, but once you understand it, you're like, okay. Can't be doing that too often, especially when the enemy can kill me. Yeah, and it's like you perfectly fell victim to the trick, right? She forced you into a position in which you feel uncomfortable, so you're in the enemy jungle while Nunu's coming. Now you have to think of the way you can get out of this, right? So the way you get out of this, not only just W here and walk away, right? That is way too greedy. To be honest, that was just you throwing, yo. You fell victim to the trick, and then for some reason you felt like you needed to fight here when we just don't. Why do we fight here? We don't fight here. Go go to the lane, catch a wave, keep playing the game, right? Let these guys get items. Everyone like your teammates need to catch. This fight's just no good. We never win here. That's the issue. 0-5 Kalista is not gonna help us win here. Yeah, just try to be very cautious about these spots. Kind of just giving the game away. We really shouldn't be. The game's in a position in which we can still win, but now the game's in a position in which we'll most likely probably lose. That was all you, man. That was all you right there. Go help your team. Feel like you're a little bit tilted. Main objective now is to play around. Wait, not yet. Wait, now, right now, it's like, okay, we just gotta go here. I think you lost your mind a little bit. It's like Nunu's right here in this bush. We're 2 on Drake. We can make a 3v1, and then you ward, and then you don't go. I don't know. At this point, I feel like you're trolling a little bit. But this is what I mean by playing tilted, right? Like we can't afford to play tilted because we can't win when we're playing tilted, right? We just miss out on all these spots to win, right? So I'm gonna just shorten up the replay here and hopefully some of the advice helps, man. And good luck on the rift, and please if you can comment and like on the video.